Hey everybody, Scott Steen with the Winners and Winers coming to you direct from the bowels of the Winners and Winers Sports and Entertainment Complex to talk a little about bowl game number 4 on this opening Saturday of bowl season. This is the Camellia Bowl. It is 5:30 Eastern Time from Montgomery, Alabama. It features it's the Eagle Off, everybody. It's the Eastern Michigan Eagles against the Georgia Southern Eagles. Two Eagles enter, one Eagle leaves. Which will survive? Eagle Dome. The Eastern Michigan Eagles came to us via finishing third placed in the MAC West, while the Georgia Southern Eagles finished third in the Sun Belt East. By the way, Georgia Southern is currently a 3-point favorite in this game. Guys, I got to tell you the truth on this one. I fell asleep. The line opened at Pick'em. And before I had a chance to really handicap this game and take a deep look at it, it had already favored, it had already jumped to Georgia Southern minus 2.5. And in the last day, between doing some handicapping and doing this video, it's actually gone up another half point. It's now standing at 3. So, sometimes you snooze, and sometimes you lose when you snooze. And the reason it's gone up here lately is the bettors really, I think, started taking a look at this game during this week, and what they found is a Georgia Southern team that really likes to run the football. How much? Well, let me tell you. In 12 games, they threw the football 109 times. That is just a tick over 9 times per game. That's for the entire season. Now, the good news is quarterback Shai Werts completed 59% of his passes for 10 touchdowns, no picks. But what Shai Werts and the rest of the Eagles offense really want to do is they want to run, and run a little bit more. They run it's kind of a weird offense, and they're really about the only team in the country that runs this offense. They run the gun option, and if you know anything about Middle Tennessee State, if you know anything about Georgia Southern, rather, they kind of resurrected their program back in the 80s, and they got a couple guys in eventually that started running the flex bone. If you remember the flex bone, that kind of was a variation of the old wishbone where you threw the ball a little more read and react kind of stuff. But anyway, that has basically morphed into the gun option that they run now. So they still run what kind of looks like a classic triple option, but they run it with Shai Werts, starting 3-4 yards behind the center. So it's kind of an interesting, unique offense that they run there in Georgia. So how well do they run the ball? How often do they run the ball? A lot and well. 49 times a game. They average 261 yards per contest on the ground. So, as we talked about before, a lot of times in bowl games, you want to look at matchups. You want to look at strengths versus weaknesses. What does one team do well? What does another team not do well? In this case, it matches up really well for Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern runs the ball extremely well, as we talked about. What does Eastern Michigan not do well? If you guess stop the run, you may just cash your ticket on this game right here. Eastern Michigan, they give up 4.4 yards per carry. Not horrible. However, teams will pound it against them, and they give up 193 yards per game, but they've really done well lately against bad teams. What they haven't done well against is good teams stopping the run. They got 341 against Purdue, 227 of all things against Ball State, and 289 against Army. Their defense gives up 360 yards a game total, like I said, and they're just not good. I don't like Eastern Michigan to be able to stop Georgia Southern here at all. On the other side of the ball, the way to beat Georgia Southern is by throwing the football. The 2 losses they had this year by teams not named Clemson were against Troy and the University of Louisiana at Monroe. One thing those 2 games have in common, both times the quarterbacks aired it out for more than 300 yards. So if you can't light it up through the air and you're not Clemson, I don't see any way that you're going to be able to hang with Georgia Southern. Eastern Michigan, not a great passing offense. In fact, they threw for over 250 yards just once in their last 9 games. Surprise, I like the Eagles here. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I like the Georgia Southern Eagles to cover up the 3 points. When you hear the sound of my voice, Get down on this number. I wouldn't be surprised to see it even go through the barrier of 3 to get to 3.5 or maybe even higher. So get it down. Get down on Georgia Southern. Get that 3 points, and then you can join me as we head back to the window. Hey, man, don't forget to like and subscribe. Do all that stuff. Give me a comment. Let me know what you're playing this bowl season. Let me know if you're playing this game at all. All that good stuff. Love to hear from you. You guys take care. Good luck. We'll see you in the next video.